Occasionally we get a store ask, why don't we have all the masks and snorkels in the same colour package? It'll look great, you know, all blue along the shelf, all the same, look fantastic. But there's a reason why it's not all in the same colour package and the same style. Because when you do, it becomes very difficult for the customer to decide what's a cheap one and what's a good quality one, what's a good fit and what's not. It's just not obvious to them. And every retailer and all of us just have the same problem now. We have less staff, so we rely a lot more on customers making their own selection, and the staff we have often are casual. Great staff, but they know very little about the snorkelling area perhaps. So we've given them clues and cues as to what is good, better and best. All right. A few years ago it was very popular just to have a snorkelling pack in a bag. But for heaven's sake, this one in this bag looks exactly the same as every other one in a bag. How does the customer know which is a good one and which is a bad one? Which one is a lovely quality fit and which one is just a resort, something for a day use and throw away? So it's not obvious. So what we've done with the packaging is broken it up into several categories. The categories are Junior, Skin Diver Deluxe and Pro. We've got the Pro series. And the Pro series within that is broken up into two areas. One is the Pro series clear and the other one is the black silicone. And I'll tell you the difference between the two. And they are definite advantages that go with these. First off, let me tell you about Silatex. Silatex was invented in the early 80s. We named it Silatex. It came from a company that we had been dealing with a long time, very good engineer there, Mr. Koo, he's passed away now. But he developed this PVC, and that's what Silatex is. It's not silicone, there's no silicone in it, but it's a PVC that has better qualities than the cheap PVC. So we called it Silatex. The good quality material is silicone. Now, silicone is a chemically compounded material, so it doesn't vary greatly with temperature or any other conditions. Silatex is a thermoplastic, and a thermoplastic by nature when it's cold is harder, when it's hot it's softer. Okay, so it varies. All right, so we have junior masks and snorkels. Now we've tried to set those up so that the juniors are obviously children's. You don't have to figure out too easily or too much figuring that this is a kid's play one. They are children's size. They're not adult ones with a different name on it. And you will find that there's quite a few on the market that really aren't children's ones. And we have a look at this little starfish. That is a genuine, high quality silicone kids mask. It's not an adult mask. It's not a cheap kids mask. It's adult quality in a children's mask. And that's important because if kids go snorkeling, you don't want them crying all day. Oh, I've got water in my eyes. Oh, I don't like this. You know, they're complaining all the time. Give them a good quality and they'll have a great time. All right, so you have the children's ones and they're the junior series. All of those are named the junior series. And I recommend to you in your store that you set them up this way so that the customer can move from one to the other. Then you go to the Skin Diver series. Now the Skin Diver series uses Silatex. It's a form of PVC. It's a cheaper material, it's not as good, but for some people who are on holidays and just want to use it for the day or this afternoon or a few days, that may be the answer. The really good masks, and 90% of our range and at least 90% of our sales falls into the silicone category. So this is the Skin Diver Deluxe. And you'll notice they're all crystal silicone. They're not compression molded, cheap silicone. They're chemically molded silicone. So they're beautiful material, a beautiful fit. But you can see now we've got Junior, we've got Skin Diver, which is the holiday type people. We've got now the Skin Diver Deluxe. They're suitable for somebody who wants something that's good, fits well, feels good, performs well and has longevity in it. You can use it year after year because it just won't deteriorate. Then we go into the Pro Series. Now you can see a difference here. The customer looks at it and they know automatically it's a different one. Now imagine if all of these just had nice plain blue backgrounds and one said adult and one said children. Who would know what to buy? And guess what they'd buy? They'd buy the cheapest, wouldn't they? When everything looks the same, price becomes a difference. So instead of selling the $50 Pro Series, I'll buy the $20 Skin Diver Series because, hell, they both look the same. Okay, so this helps the customer select the type of mask and snorkel that they feel fits their use. I went into a store once when a gentleman walked in and bought a $20 mask and snorkel set, and as he walked out, he said, because the young man there said, "Oh, this is great value, mate. Yeah, this is good." He walked out and he said, "You know, I thought I'd have to pay $50 or $60 each for these. Wow, my wife will be pleased." His wife won't be pleased because she was expecting to get a nice quality silicone, and I suspect that these wouldn't have been nearly as comfortable as they'd expected. So give them a chance to buy the better quality. In the Pro Series, we have the normal Pro Series, which is clear silicone, always beautiful silicone, beautiful fit. And then we go into the black silicone, which is the Black Magic series. And there is a reason for that. If you're diving and you've got bright sunlight around, which is usually the case when you're diving, the peripheral light from behind you reflects on the glass. So clear silicone sometimes is not the best option. Black silicone closes it off, and it's a bit like looking out a window at night. If you switch the lights off, you can see much more clearly. It's the same in driving a car. You switch the lights on inside, and it's more difficult to see outside because your eyes adjust to it. Black silicone is fantastic. It's not just black because it's sexy, it's black because it's very, very good. We also have another range then at the top, which is the Platinum series. And the Platinum series is just the best of everything. It's something special, it's got high quality, it may be frameless, and it's got really nice features. And for somebody who actually knows and has dived before or snorkeled before and understands the experience, they'll be drawn to the Platinum series because they'll realise that's good. I'll just give you one more point. All of our sets, now there are a lot of sets that you buy which are electrically welded, so you can't open them. Nobody can steal anything. But that doesn't do you much good when you're buying a mask and snorkel sets. Would you buy a pair of shoes and never try them on? Of course not. And a mask and snorkel set is exactly the same. You have to be able to open the box, take out the mask, put it on, breathe through your nose, and it should seal. Suck in through your nose, and it seals. That's a good fit. The customer will go away with that, and they'll have a wonderful time. You'll never see them except to come back and say, "Thank you very much. That's a wonderful mask and snorkel set. It fitted so well." So that's the reason why our packaging is designed this way. You want to steer away from those ones that people just buy and then walk out. They're not going to have a good experience. They should try it on. And you will notice, yeah, it's a little bit fussy. It's got a lot of information. When you go and buy something, don't you ask questions? Why would we assume that a customer buying a mask and snorkel wouldn't want to know about it? This one says it's the ultimate seal and fit. It's a beautiful seal and fit. It's the Aristocrat. It's got good lens sizes. It's got features a dry chamber on the snorkel. You know, it tells you the features. Then on the back, it just gives you a whole lot of information, including use and care. Unfortunately, people don't read the back until they bought it, so the front shows you all the features. That's the reason why these mask and snorkels are packaged a little bit different to some of the others that are just conveniently bland, because it's easy for their designers. They only have to have one-sided packaging and they throw anything into it. But for the customer, it's incredibly difficult. Let me ask you one question. How many brands of cars do Toyota sell? They actually sell two, Toyotas and Lexus. Why do you think they've got Lexus? Because people know Lexus is a different quality. It's a bit like saying the Pro Series and the Skin Diver Series, the Toyota and the Lexus. And that's what it's about. It gives people some idea of what they're buying. If you want more information as to how these fit in and the features and pricing and the benefits, just go to the catalogue. It's laid out in a way which hopefully will give you a clear idea of the kids' styles, the adult styles, and the features and benefits of each of the mask and snorkels. I hope that's been helpful. Please display your mask and snorkels in this manner. If the person you're buying from at the moment doesn't have differential in their displays, you want to get away from that, because all that does is push the price point down. When everything's the same, people just buy the cheapest. This way, it gives your customer and you an opportunity of selling the best quality product for your customers' use. Thank you.